I shot all that and I didn't know my face looked like this because I moved my camera when I was shooting my grandson opening up his Pokemon. So this is the view that I'm trying to get. So I'm starting out with this. I'll start out with this and then we'll go from here. But that's the tank I'm working on today. And meanwhile, let me show you this right here. This is my solar panels. It's 23 degrees outside and I got a fully charged 48-volt battery in there. And this is actually, you know what? I could run all these tanks off of this right now. But let me start draining that one right there. Here we go, back to me using the Python. Alright, now with these filters back here that I'm pulling out right now, I'm going to show you how bad these filters are. That's all fish waste. That's fish poop right there. You know what this is good for? You're going to say I'm crazy, but when you let these drain in your plants. If you have your garden outside, let this drain in your gardens. These are good for your gardens and good for your plants. But seeing that I do not have any garden right now because it's in the 20s out here, we're gonna clean these out. There's only 2 of them in this tank right here. That's fish poop right there. We're gonna clean these. I'm gonna show you how I'm gonna clean these, and I'm gonna start the, what is that called, the Python right now. So that's fish poop on the filters that I recycle them. And while I'm draining the tank, it drains into the sink in the basement. So I just put these in here for right now. So when I turn this on, it starts to clean them out. But before I put them back, what I do is I put hot water through them. I clean them, I slap them against this, and see, it's already turning blue again. See, it's already getting blue again. But I put hot water before I go ahead. But now I got that on. Here's the Python right here. Bom, bom, bom. This is what suctions the gravel. So but I can leave this. I'll turn this on and then I'll start unplugging everything. See, it's already pulling the water from his. Oh, so it is down. See? So this right here is when you push this up, it pushes water back, and when you push it down, it starts draining the water. So right now it is draining the water from the tank. Put you back right there. I love that clip. So now I gotta follow all this back because I gotta unplug everything. But okay, so there. Now that right there is being drained. Now I'm gonna try to get in closer to show you this, what this does. Okay, let me try to put my sleeve all the way up because I don't know how far I can get this down. But this right here is what you suck the gravel up with. So when you get down to the plates, it gets all the dirt, and sometimes you'll find some really good spots in those plates that see, it sucks everything up. You find it like this, you find some really good spots in those plates, then it gets a lot of the dirty gravel up. You see that this gravel isn't that dirty, and people think I'm crazy when I say about the damn algae in this tank that I don't mind it growing. Man, this is freezing cold water. I don't know how these koi can live in this, but they do. See, here we go right here. See, there's some dirt coming up from the gravel. It's not a lot of dirt that's actually coming up from this gravel. I guarantee you those I guarantee you the gravel over there will probably have a lot more dirty gravel than this right here. And you know what they say of Plecostomus? That Plecostomus needs heaters. Let me see if I get you on. Plecostomus needs heaters. Well, these things have never been in a tank with a heater in it, and they're still fine. It's, I'd venture to say, maybe 59 degrees or 60 degrees. Now if I did this to that crayfish tank, it'll be completely black coming up from there. But here, it's not bad. There's a little bit of dirt right up there. Okay, so let me go ahead and get this down, then I'll show you scrubbing the algae right here. Alright, these green monsters right here. These are what I scrubbed the algae off with. And man, it comes off. It doesn't scratch the glass, but you need to put some elbow grease into it. I told my wife I'm going to fire her Plecostomus because they're not getting all the algae off. Alright, let me move this light again. Alright, so while it's draining is when I start to work on the algae. And this is a green monster that I'm using. You gotta keep wetting. If you let this dry, this will be a nightmare to try to scrub off. So you just gotta kind of keep wetting it as you're scrubbing all this off. But this is what I get for letting the tank go so long. And honestly, I take the tank down just as much as the fish start to freak out. When the fish starts to freak out, so I don't have a certain percentage of what I do. I just do as long as the fish ain't flipping all over the place and going crazy. So this is actually gonna be my arm workout for probably the month, scrubbing all this algae off the tank. But you see it's coming off right now. I'm not resting on the tank, I'm holding it, I'm feeling it, I'm feeling how the tank is feeling. This is a lot of weight. I don't want to pull it over on top of me. This water's gonna be crystal clear when it's done. Well, maybe about half an hour after it's done. Now there's more algae back here than there was over here, because remember the light was out this way for the plants, so that got more LED back there. I don't scrub in the corners too much because the corners are actually where the silicone is, and the bottom corner is where the silicone is, so I don't scrub there too much. Okay, I'm still scrubbing and the koi ain't freaking out yet. So what I'm gonna do is I pulled out this right here so I can finish scrubbing this half of the tank right here without freaking the koi out, and then I'm gonna take it as low as I can take it. Okay, now I almost got this where I want it, and so I'm gonna start fresh. Oh, I gotta get this. Is gonna be the last thing I take off. Check this out. Check this out. That's the algae that grew on the filter. And I don't mind because algae lives off of, it's like any plant. You could feed your plant cow manure, worm compost, fish waste. So to me it helps clean the water. I don't get the same power flow, but when I neglect it, but when I don't get to clean the tank as often, at least I know it's being filtered. Okay, so everything's all scrubbed out right now. I'm not gonna do the two under gravels right now. This right here is handling pretty much, and under gravels do some of it. I'll probably clean the Penguin power head, but I want to show you this now so you get up close and personal with this. Bom, bom, bom. Check this out. So no, that bio wheel was not moving, but I don't clean this tank as much right now. And the method to my madness, let me tell you the method to my madness. This is the same way, the same thing. Look how clear that water is. Crystal clear water. Because when you have your plants growing, or you have your gardens growing, what do you feed your gardens or your plants? You put cow manure, you put worm castings, you put fish manure, fish waste. That's what, in aquaponic systems, they use the fish waste to feed all that food. So all that is that's just living off of the fish waste. And when I put my python in the bottom, there's no fish, there's not dark or dirty or nothing like that. So that's the method to my madness. People could think differently, but that's what I feel about it. So I got to get all this scrubbed off right now. I am going to take this all the way down and scrub it off. And normally I scrub it off with a wire brush. And then I am going to pull that out today, and I'm going to scrub that out. That's all living right there. And since it's a deep cleaning, I am going to scrub that off with a wire brush. But since I got this down to where I wanted it, I'm going to go ahead and finish taking some more water out, only until this big honker starts to get freaked out. Look at how big that fish is. Okay, let's go back to these filters. See? They're blue again. I've been running it in there. They're gonna clean the filters out right now. So what I do is I normally kind of beat them up a little bit to get everything off. And then I reuse the same filters Now, sometimes I do this, sometimes I don't, but sometimes I let the water, I switch it over to hot water, because they say the hot water actually reactivates the carbon, but I more or less don't use that carbon in there as carbon to clean the tank. I more or less almost use it as biological. You know how you can put the bio balls or the bio wheels? That's what I kind of use the carbon as in these. Alright, still cleaning my tank. Wire brush. Don't let that go down the drain. I also have the plastic one here if need be, but the rubber brush gets down to business. Don't forget your tank is running. I did that one time with my hot coupe. I can see the tank from here. So this right here you can kind of peel off. Don't throw this. Don't let this go down your drain. This will plug up your drain. They say you're not supposed to touch your bio wheels. When I do my deep cleaning on my tank, I leave enough water in there that there's enough biological in there. I have an underground filter where there's enough biological in there. And I don't get too often that I could do a deep cleaning on my tank. So therefore, that's why when I do my deep cleaning them, I take them all down to kind of scratch right here. Look at that. Bam, bam, bam. You want to see what the power head looks like? Pop that out right there. Oh, the impeller's stuck in there right now. Let me see. This is my basement sink. This isn't my kitchen sink. Let me pull this impeller out. I got it. Bam, bam, bam. Here's the power wheel right here. See how I said that it grows some hair in it? So this is what you got to clean out really good, because it captures some of the stuff in it. I'm going to get this cleaned out. I'm going to drain this tank real fast. Now I use one of these right here to clean this out really good. I got this and I put it, you know, in the middle, and I try to get everything out of this right here. So I use one of these to clean this right here, and this is the inside of it. So you just make sure you get enough where if you put water in it and rinse it out, don't bang this on anything, because if you do, you're probably going to break that and scrub all that off. This right here is going to get scrubbed down really good with either this brush or the wire brush. Okay, as I'm putting it back together, the koi started to freak out a little bit. I measured that one. He's actually 15 inches. 15-inch koi in a 125. He's the biggest one that we have here. Another koi right there. This is a butterfly koi. Missed him. There he is right there. I can't really see him. It's a butterfly koi. I don't know what that was. He was pretty cool, so he grew a spot on his back. He's still pretty cool in my book. Okay, they're starting to freak out a little bit. So before I put this to refill it back in the water, I didn't get to this. I'll get to that next time. I'm filling the water right here, and then I'm running back over here and filling this. It's a little bit warm, righty tighty. And then you can get kind of your tank water right here. And then when you almost get the tank water, what it is, pop that up. Yeah, I got some the plant in there I got to get out. But then now it's coming out right there, filling the tank up, and you can actually put your hand in it and your hand in the tank, your hand in it and your hand in the tank to figure out exactly where you need it. Okay, while you're filling this up right here, get a cup and start filling up at the back of that, because before you plug that in, you have to have water inside of that. And also, see the comes out right now. Okay, this will all filter out, this will all clear down. It's gonna look a little bit messy for a little bit, but still, that's crystal clear water right there. Look at that. All right, but now you got to get a cup and start filling that up. So before you plug it in, and don't plug it in until the water is above right here. When you plug it in, when you're plugging that in, make sure it's filled up with water, and don't plug it in until the water is about right there. I still got a cup, and I'm just filling the back of that up. See, I could be a little bit carefree because I got concrete in my basement, so I don't want to electric shock myself with that though. Just keep filling this up both sides until it starts to overflow from the front. Because you don't want that magnet running dry when you turn it on. See how much water it's taking? There, it started running out right now. That one side, that side did. See? There you go. Now it's full. Alright. And then I'm gonna let that fill up and then I'll clean the other pieces. I'm almost done. Hang in there. Meanwhile, enjoy the crayfish tank. And don't forget, that one's not dead. I went ahead and checked it out. There's one fish back there, but I'm gonna buy some more. Look how mean they get. I'll do another cleaning when I do this tank right here. Sometimes you can see them in there. You see them in there? That's where they hide. That's why those are in there. Alright, filling that up right now, then I'll show you when it's done. Here we go, filling it back up, and they look all happy and dandy. It's gonna get cleaner than that, even cleaner than that. This one right here, look how crystal clear it is. It looks like 4K, right? Got the LED lights up there. The top, it could be clearer than that. The top needs to be washed, just like the top on that one needs to be washed over there. Only thing I'm happy are the plants. Look at the plants. Those are live plants, but they should turn more green, but they're a little bit shocked right now. They actually have a lot of bubbles on them. That's cleared off. You see how good that one looks right here, and the glass is cleared off. Koi are happy. I'll show you in a little bit when it's crystal clear. Okay, so now it's pretty much filled up. I already put the power head on right there. So now I gotta find the cord to the penguin. Now you're gonna hear it gurgling a little bit, and it's gonna go on and that. All right, there we go. I didn't put that on right. So it's flowing pretty good. I gotta make sure I shut this off now. See, nothing coming out, and I lift this as higher than the sink, all the way going back that way. That filter's on right now. That filter's on right now. But I think the pump went out on that one. Look at the little bit bubbles on that one. Now look at the bubbles on this one. See how the bubbles coming up back there? That's how it should be. And that orange light shows you the heater's on. That's how it should be. That's on a Whisper 150. That's on that one, but I think I got an extra Whisper 150. But either way, that's cleaning the koi tank right there. It looks a little bit, those are all bubbles in there right now. Everything's gurgling around. That'll be polished up in a little bit. I don't even bother covering that no more. By the time I come back, that'll be completely covered. That's a fake plant right there with the bubbles, and the green one sticking up is a live plant. That's live algae. That's live algae growing in the tank, and that's live growing in the tank right there. Alright, here we are the next day. Looks like the fish are floating on air. Look at how clean that is. And look at all the bubbles are off the green grass, the green, everything that's growing in there. Nice green, healthy, vibrant. There's one of the Plecostomus. The other one's hiding inside the rock over there. But I told you, I just give it a deep cleaning every once in a while. I need to really give it a deep cleaning, and since I don't have time, all the hair that grows on that filter is what really keeps it clean for me. And all that right there, it gets all the nitrates out the water.